act is imprecise. For instance, emotional and verbal abuse are defined to include insults and ridicule. That means that you can't be sarcastic to your wife. It means that you can't call your brother-in-law an ass or your mother-in-law a nag, even if both of those are correct. Surely, that's a level of silliness, but it's part of your bill. Under that language, if a husband was to sell the family television at a time when his marriage was going through a bad patch, it would be deemed to be domestic violence.
I must be allowed to talk, otherwise this is deemed as domestic violence. This is domestic violence.
You're proving my point.
Absolutely.
A mere interruption becomes domestic violence.
This is an overrun. It's an interpretation of what is an interruption and a verbal overrun.
Don't you think you're proving my point? And your act covers not just wives, but wives who've been divorced, girlfriends who you've separated from perhaps as long as a decade ago. Why are those included in the ambit of this act? A husband cannot threaten to verbally abuse. Note the word, just threaten to verbally abuse the stepbrother of a former girlfriend who he parted with 10 years ago. That's
how you interpret it, but a man would.
Well, it's not a question of a man would. The reason that I'm pointing out the ridiculous extreme is because laws are always judged by the extremes, not by the middle position. And it tends to convert innocent husbands into offenders and criminals. And worse, let me finish, worse. It gives the power to motivated women who want to be vicious, or forgive me, bloody-minded, to get away with such behavior. That's why it's potentially dangerous.
Harper, if the innocent husband, as you call him, is innocent and his behavior and attitude to his partner in life is of mutual respect and concern, there is no anxiety. There is no anxiety for men to suddenly feel victims.
But concluded that of every 100 cases brought under the anti-dowry law, 98% were false. Only 2 were correct. In other words, let men suffer first, then I'll correct the wrong I've done.
That's not a bad idea, except that I have such pity for men. You are only telling me the bad law for men.
Well, that's 50% of the Indian population. That's 50% of the Indian population.
Yeah, but well, thank you, but be careful.